Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to hang out in between videos, come check out the Discord. We're also doing exclusive content over on Patreon. We're in the middle of Queendom 2. We're doing Mamamoo TV Season 5 and going into Season 6 right now, as well as Strong Woman Do Bong Soon and Young Street with Red Velvet this week. Today, though, we are continuing our trip down I-dle's discography, this time with I Love. So I know a couple of you mentioned that the album has a storyline that goes in reverse order of it being played. We are going to go in track list order, but I will take some time afterwards to maybe think a little bit about what the storyline might be in reverse order. And also I'll probably listen to it on my own that way as well, just to get a better feel for it. That being said, we have ourselves a kind of interview snippet before the album starts that someone said was a good idea to listen to as a way to get an introduction to the themes of the album. So let's get right to it. Oh, kind of cool, movie, old Hollywood.
다 보여주고 싶었던 것 같아요. 정말 아무것도 안 걸친 모습까지.
ทุกคนน่าจะคาดไม่ถึงเลยอะค่ะ
사람들은 제가 뭐를 입을 때 좋아하는지 이미 알고 있으니까.
褪去身上所有的束缚，所有的包裹。所以，我觉得一半担心，一半有期待吧，因为
Okay, so it's
我
like
本身就特别想给
shedding
大家展示原来
the
的
expectations and masks and see
대단한 사람들이라는 거를 알게 되실 거예요.
their real selves.
我不期待，我不期待任何人对我期待的任何标准。
그냥 제 모습을 다 보여주고 싶어요.
ก็ผลงานครั้งนี้นะคะแฟนๆอาจจะชอบหรือไม่ชอบก็ได้แต่ว่า
정말 모든 걸 벗었어요. 아마 마음의 준비 좀 하셔야 될걸요, 기자님도.
Interesting. Okay, so the idea of nude as a construct of stripping themselves down to their real selves and revealing who they really are to fans and to the world, and just releasing music that is honest and transparent in a very raw way and unfiltered way, which is pretty interesting. I'm getting very heavy Marilyn Monroe vibes from Soyeon in this one, in these in the setups here. I imagine, considering the old school Hollywood vibes that we're getting from this interview / photo shoot setup that we've got going, that this is going to be more of a homage to that kind of era of filmmaking, and then maybe to the stereotypes that surround women during that time, right? Because Marilyn Monroe is very famous as a sex symbol and a icon, but also at the same time, kind of someone who had a bit of a rebellious spirit and shedding the ideas of needing to be so conservative all the time and having a little more freedom to do what she wanted to do. So I'm wondering if that's kind of going to be the theme of at least the title track, maybe the album in full, which would be cool. I think that's a neat idea. Yeah, I'm guessing old school Hollywood. I don't know what the sound of it's gonna be like of the album, but we'll see. Let's check it out. We'll go right into the MV next. Oh. Okay. It's kind of like Okay.
독서관 썸맨만 싸가지 없는 스토리에 무지 황당한 야유하는 관객도 You treat me you a liar 발가벗 켜져버린 movie star 별빛이 깨져버린 rom 우리 볼품 없대도 뭐가 진다 해도 다신 사랑받지 못한대도 Yes I'm old
Oh, so like really cabaret themed. Okay.
Yes I'm old I don't give a love Baby how do I look How do I look 아리따운 날 입고 따따라따라 Baby how do I look How do I look 아리따운 날 입고 따따라따라
Oh.
Ouch 실례합니다 여기 계신 모두 한 작품을 기대하셨다면 Oh I'm sorry 그딴 건 없어요 안 부른 저쪽 대중은 흥미없는 정보 그 팝콘을 던져도 덤덤 행복과 반비례 평점 But 나의 정점 멋대로 낸 편견은 토할 것 같지 별가 바꿔져버린 movie star 저 부끄러울 게 없는 맘 거리 볼품 없대도 어쩌면 내게도 다시 사랑받지 못한대도 Yes I'm nude Yes I'm nude Nude I don't give a love Baby how do I look
Oh, Minnie. Oh, and they all went blonde for it. Now I'm seeing it too. They definitely went with the Marilyn Monroe concept. Boom.
Yes I'm nude Yes I'm nude Now I draw a luxury nude Why you think about nude Cause you feel so rude Think outside the box 가고 말해 아름다운 나의 nude 아름다운 나의 nude I'm born nude 변태는 너야 Nude
Okay. Okay. So that's a really interesting concept, right? Like I think the painting there of the nude figure with the word nude printed over it and then it going through the shredder as they are watching it in the museum is a call out to Banksy, if I remember correctly, who did that with some of his own artwork. But I think the idea here of this music video is like one on the surface level calling out some of this creepy, almost perverted behavior of people consuming media focused around women, expecting like almost to fetishize them and make them into nothing more than a object of physical desire, right? Like I think that's like kind of the surface layer of what's going on. But there's also this commentary on the idea of being this movie star or an idol or someone in the fame spotlight and the expectations that are put upon you to behave or do or look a certain way. And like the idea here is to just kind of buck that trend, right? They all are completely blonde. They're all done up like 1920s flapper pinup girls or Marilyn Monroe. And then at certain points they shed that and come out in these kind of like more modern sequined black outfits that are a little more full of attitude, right? And then like again with the nude colored tops in the final scene, and they're kind of saying, hey, we're not really about that kind of like perceived thing that you're looking for. We're just us, and either you're gonna like that or you're not, right? And I think it was a cool idea to really use the cabaret sounding sample, I think, or melody, in this one. I think as a whole, as like an artistic piece, I really, really like this song. I think it's got an awesome message. I think it's got an awesome delivery in terms of like the entire presentation of the music video, and the song that goes with it. Is it my taste in music as something I would listen to on a regular basis? Maybe not, right? Am I glad it exists and do I like it? Yes. Like, I think this song is absolutely fascinating. The music video that goes with it is also fascinating. And I think it's ballsy as hell to make something like this. And I give them super mega props for it. So yeah, let's go through it again and check out the lyrics. I'm especially curious to hear, like, to take a deeper look at Soyeon's rap verse when she's in like the display case, because not only is there that, right, like there's the that visual being extremely striking, but like I think she had some pretty fire bars in there that I wasn't paying as much attention to as I would have liked. So let's do more of a focus on the lyrics. Oh wait, hold on. Before we do that, let's check out this text here. Welcome to the glamorous and sensual nude show. All our loves, ladies, and lusty legends. A starry night, a naked movie star. Wild, wicked, wonderful show. Nude, don't be rude. Okay.
Why you think about nude? 'Cause you feel so rude. Think outside the box, then you like it. Hello, my name is Yappy Yappy Yo. 말투 멍청한데 몸매 sexy sexy yo. 그럼 다야 why can't you? 날 내가 포기냐고 그래 포기냐고 그래. 뒤틀려버린 로렐라. I don't need a man. 철학에 미친 독서관. 싸가지 없는 스토리에 모지 황당한 야유하는 관객도. You treat me, you a liar. 발가벗 켜져버린 movie star. 별빛이 깨져버린 rom. 꿀이 볼품 없대도 뭔가 진다 해도 다신 사랑받지 못한대도. Yes, I'm nude. Nude. 따라따라따라. Yes, I'm nude. Nude. I don't give a love. Baby, how do I look? Yeah, how do I look? Yeah, 아리따운 날 입고 따따라따라. Baby, how do I look? Yeah, how do I look? Yeah, 아리따운 날 입고 따따라따라. Ouch. 실례합니다. 여기 계신 모두 한 작품을 기대하셨다면 Oh, I'm sorry. 그딴 건 없어요. 안 부른 저쪽 대중은 흥미없는 정보. 그 팝콘을 던져도 덤덤. 행복과 반비례 평점. But 나의 정점 멋대로 낸 편견은 토할 것 같지. 별거 벗겨져버린 movie star. 저 부끄러울 게 없는 맘. 거리 볼품 없대도 어쩌면 내게도 다신 사랑받지 못한대도. Yes, I'm nude. Nude. 또로또로. Yes, I'm nude. Nude. I don't give a love. Baby, how do I look? Yeah, how do I look? Yeah, 아리따운 날 입고 따따라따라. Baby, how do I look? Yeah, how do I look? Yeah, 아리따운 날 입고 따따라따라.
Oh, hold on. Interesting. Before we, like, the comments. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Especially it being like in English too. I wonder how much of this is like a commentary on the like the K-pop fandom that's not necessarily fans of the group, but like the criticism that comes from antis as well, right? Like, and the people who are outside of the fandom who don't understand what's going on and just expect these people, these idols, and I-dle in particular, to do a sexy concept and to like give that up in terms of what they're doing, because that's what they expect and that's what they want, but it's not art really. That's just I don't know, like objectifying the artist. And then there's all this kind of anti-behavior here as well. Interesting. Okay.
Yes, I'm nude. Yes, I'm nude. Now I draw a luxury nude. Why you think about nude? 'Cause you feel so rude. Think outside the box. 가고 말해. 아름다운 나의 nude. 아름다운 나의 nude. I'm born nude. 변태는 너야.
Like it's almost chiding.
Nude.
It's almost chiding the listener, right? For saying like, hey, did you expect something different? You got a bit of a dirty mind if you did. And like, I think it's interesting, right? Like I almost wish I hadn't seen the interview first, because I feel like this video on its own is pretty shocking, right? Like if you're not aware of what's coming, and could lead to some interesting reflection on it. But I think still it is like that interview was really helpful to kind of get a gist of what the concept was going to be too. So like I appreciate it. I think I could just see the options of watching it first versus watching it after. I can see the merits of anyway, that's our MV. I think the verse that I was talking about with Soyeon in the case was again kind of chiding the audience and the listener for expecting something that they weren't providing here, and then if you don't like it, there's the door. That because this nudity that they're talking about isn't a nudity in the physical sense, it's a nudity in the rawness of which they're showing themselves off to the audience, right? Like they're saying, this is me, this is my real personality, this is the real me, and I'm showing it to you without a filter, and not necessarily just taking my clothes off. Yeah, love it. Okay, choreo video. This is going to be interesting because it's got a lot of cabaret themed moves, I'm guessing. The one thing I feel like I have a problem with the song is this beginning part has not quite enough room to breathe between Soyeon, Minnie, and Uki. Like maybe if the song were like 15-20 seconds longer, you can get a few more seconds to breathe there. But that's like super nitpick. You can tell they're having fun with this too. Like Ooh, the bow.
실례합니다. 여기 계신 모두 한 작품을 기대어 셨다면 Oh I'm sorry 그딴 건 없어요 안 부른 저쪽 대중은 흥미 없는 정보 그 팝콘을 던져도 덤덤 행복과 반비례 평점 But 나의 정점 멋대로 내 편견은 토할 것 같지 별걸 바꿔줘버린 movie star 저 부끄러울 게 없는 맘 거리 불품 무대도 어쩌면 내게도 다시 사랑받지 못한 태도 Yes
The like unzip as part of the choreo is a nice touch.
Yes I'm nude I don't give a love Baby how do I look
Also, blonde hair Shua just kind of hits different. We already know Uki can pull off blonde easy. But the more orange blonde is a nice look for her too.
Yes, I'm nude. Yes, I'm nude. Now I draw a luxury nude. Why you think about nude? 'Cause you feel so rude. Think outside but stop my head. I think down night nude. I don't down night nude. I'm born nude. 곁에는 너야. Nude.
Nice. I think the cool thing about that is that it really does feel like an updated version of a cabaret choreography, right? Like it feels like something that they took the elements that people would be familiar with from that kind of era of dancing or, you know, production and updated it to something that was a little more akin to modern choreography. And because of that, it's got some really stylish stuff. And all of it kind of fits in line with the view of the song. I think this title track is fascinating. Again, I don't think it's one that I'm gonna put on a whole bunch of playlists, but I think it's one that's going to stick in my mind as something to think about, and a really good piece of art does that really well, right? Like, I think this elevates itself from being something that you just listen to something that you can have a pretty in-depth, cool conversation about. Right. Live performance. Ooh, we've got an intro. Little like Sin City vibes, kinda. Of course, they've got to do the classic Marilyn Monroe shot with the wind coming up from below. Ooh, what a stage. They really pulled out all the stops for this one. I like the intro production too. Like it's got a cool beat to it. Oh. I think it is cool too that they did the full like cabaret outfit for this live performance. Like, I think it really, really works. Like the 1920s flapper kind of vibe. Like with the feather boas on Minnie and stuff too. There's something too about seeing the choreo in this that's different than the choreo video. Okay. All right. Okay. And then to wrap up this song, because I think I've rambled up a lot on this title track, we've got this last version, which is the Nxde X-show version that was on the official channel. Not really sure what that means, but let's check it out. I imagine it will be fire. Ooh, like the only view being the like camera shutter is really nice. Ooh, those dresses are fire. Uki's like deep tone in this part.
Ouch. 실례합니다. 여기 계신 모두 한 작품을 기대하셨다면 Oh I'm sorry. 그딴 건 없어요. 환불은 저쪽. 대중은 흥미없는 정보. 그 팝콘을 던져도 덤덤. 행복과 반비례 평점 범마의 정점. 멋대로 낸 편견은 후할 것 같니? 별거 꺼져버린 movie star. 저 부끄럽게 없는 맘. 거리 볼품 없대도 어쩌면 내게도 다시 사랑받지 못한대도 Yes I know. Yes, I'm nude. Nude. I don't give a love. Baby, how do you look? Yeah, how do you look? Yeah, 아리따운 날 입고 따따라따라. Baby, how do you look? Yeah, how do you look? Yeah, 아리따운 날 입고 따따라따라. Yes, I'm nude. Yes, I'm nude.
Okay. I was wondering what the X-Love version meant, but maybe that bass section there was a little extended. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think the song itself was different. Maybe it's just the X-Love show version just being like, hey, this is where we performed it. We performed it in these costumes and like with this kind of live stage. Which, great, looked awesome. The stylist killed it with these outfits and the stage was really kind of cool and reminiscent of old school Hollywood. Fit the theme really, really well. Yeah, nice. So yeah, that was our title track for I Love. Next up is this song Love. Let's see what it's all about.
Hey ex-boyfriend, hi ex. 자꾸 인스타에 담아던데. You hope to get back. 알겠지만 my lab is perfect. I need to tell you. Right after work tour magazines, ready CF까지 몸이 100개도 모자랄 것 같아. 이제 내가 널 얼만큼 사랑했었던지도 forgot it. Yeah. Now amazing, I feel crazy. 아주 멋진 삶을 찾은 지금 내게 푹 빠진 것 같아. 원하면 marry, it was crazy. 아주 멋진 사람 따위 원했다니 정말 미쳤지 말야. Crazy. Thanks breaking up the love, 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 la 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 la, love, love, la 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 la, love, love, la 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 la. I'm looking lost for love, 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 la 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 la, love, love, la 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 la, love, love, la 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 la. Thanks breaking up. Back in those days, yeah. 밤을 새도록 울곤 했지. I lived in my dream. 후회하게 만들려 했지. 못 들었겠지. 그래 tomboy 이제 누드까지 내가 봐도 좀 대단한 것 같아. 이제 널 뺏어간 그 언니를 마주친다 해도 anyway. Yeah. Now amazing, I feel crazy. 아주 멋진 삶을 찾은 지금 내게 푹 빠진 것 같아. 원하면 marry, it was crazy. 아주 멋진 사람 따위 원했다니 정말 미쳤지 말야. Crazy. Thanks breaking up the love, 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 la 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 love, 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 la 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 la, love,
Oof.
la la la. I'm looking lost for love, 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 la 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 la, love, love, la 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 la, love, love, la 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 la. Thanks breaking up the love. I'm lucky for my love.
Hmm.
덜 다신 그날 그때처럼 내 울리지 않을 멋진 애인도 나 생긴 것 같아. 고마워 진짜 사랑을 넌 찾게 해줬어. My love is guess who? That's me. She's my love. La 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 la. I'm looking for my love. La 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 la. Thanks to the smile and love.
Okay. I think this is it. Yeah. So this song is kind of fascinating, and it definitely ties back into the theme of the album that they were talking about in the interview, because this is not just lyrics that are personal on like a generic sense that you can relate, but they relate to something kind of specific in someone's life. This is like specific. You know, they're talking about, hey, I throw myself into comebacks and work and commercial songs and other things. I don't really have time for love anymore, is what Minnie's saying at a certain point in the song. And it makes you go that, oh no, this is like a specific thing that they're talking about, which is really cool too, right? Like they definitely said with this album, we are stripping back everything that we put up in front of ourselves to like obscure who our real self is and create this image of the idol. And they're like, but no, this is us, right? Like this is us beyond that. This is us without any filter, which is really cool. And then two, the song is, it seems like they were in love with someone, it was going well, and then they left them for someone else. And they're now feeling, instead of just regret and pain over it, they're feeling grateful that they saw this side of this person, they got out of the relationship, and then they found their self-love, right? Like they found the way that they could live happily with themselves, regardless of whether they find a partner or not. And I think that's a really cool message, because like even if they do find love somewhere else in the future, I don't think you can really wholeheartedly be in a relationship that's successful unless you love yourself first, right? Like there's obviously a space where you need to have love for someone else, but you need to be happy and comfortable in your own skin before you can let somebody else in. Yeah, I really, really like this. And then it's super catchy. It's got a wonderful top line melody in the vocals that like I really enjoy. I think this is much more likely to be something that I listen to on repeat than Nude, but I think it's also fascinating, right? Like I feel like the I need my glasses here for this album. Like I feel like I need to put on my academia jacket and like dissect what's going on, because it's just an interesting concept. But very, very cool album so far. Okay, let's check out what the special clip is, which I think is a V-Live or some sort of phone-based live clip of it. Yeah, okay.
Hey ex-boyfriend, hi ex. 자꾸 인스타에 엄담하던데. You hope to get back. 알겠지만 my lab is perfect. I need to say it. Right after work tour magazines, ready CF까지 몸이 100개도 모자랄 것 같아. 내가 널 얼만큼 사랑했었던지
Uki cracks me up.
Breaking up the love, 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 la 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 la. I'm looking lost for love, love, love.
Is that Shua producing something?
Back in those days, 밤을 새도록 울곤 했지. I lived in my dream. 후회하게 만들려 했지. 못 들었겠지. 그렇던 boy 이제 누드까지 내가 봐도 참 대단한 것 같아. 이제 널 뺏어간 그런 일 마주친다 해도
Even Angry Minnie is cute.
Thanks breaking up the love, 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 la 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 love, 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 la 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 la. I'm looking lost for love, 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 la 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 love, 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 la 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 la. Thanks breaking up the love.
Piano.
For my love, love.
Oof. That voice in the bridge. Oh.
고마워 진짜 사랑을 넌 찾게 해줬어. My love is guess who? That's me. Just my love, 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 la 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 la. I'm looking for my love, 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 la 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 la. Thanks, this is why I love.
Cute. Really, really cute. Also the like aspect ratio and the way they shot this as if it were like a FaceTime or an Instagram Live or one of those kinds of things made it feel very personal, right? Like it goes back to this idea of stripping away the false image and showing their true selves. I do wonder how much of that image that got stripped away and how much of it is still there, right? Because by necessity, there's some level of putting on a persona to perform to fans and putting art out there and bearing one's true face. There's some level of moderation that I think probably still even needs to happen, even though it feels like there's less of it here. And I wonder if there's like a discussion that could be had of like whether a artist or a celebrity, especially one that works in an industry that so revolves around parasocial relationships, and feeding into the fantasies and ideas of what those people are like that K-pop does. And I don't mean that in a negative way whatsoever. It is just part of the industry. That I wonder if there is some discussion on to whether you can ever truly strip all the way back to their full authentic selves, right? Like I wonder if that's a possibility, or if that's just if there's some level of restriction from the company, from society's standards, things that they wanted to do but couldn't because there's something holding them back, right? Like in terms of showing everything off here in this album. Or if it's even possible in general right? Like, but like, that's why I'm really loving this album so much, is that it makes you think about those things. There's so much interesting discussion that you could have about this concept. Okay, cool. Next up, we have a song called Change. Okay, loving the production, very like heavy. Ooh, and the faded lyric too, or a faded vocal. Ooh.
Love and fame, it seems to be enough when the truth is not that beautiful. Tears and pain are things I've never shown. No one knows, no one knows, no one knows. They think I'm okay, think I'm okay. Wanna live my life like yesterday. Never feeling down, never feeling down. In the clouds it's day every day. Never coming down, never coming down. Life has ups and downs, just realize nothing lasts forever. Yeah, one day if I fall, would you smile? I say you'll be there for me. I've been lying awake these days, can't get away. Everyone changes. Every time you smile, don't you pretend. Ask myself every night and realize things won't be the same, won't be the same. Love and fame, it seems to be enough when the truth is not that beautiful. Tears and pain are things that never show. No one knows, no one knows, no one knows that I'm not okay, I'm not okay. Wanna live my life like yesterday. Never feeling down, never feeling down. In the clouds it's day every day. Never coming down, never coming down. Life has ups and downs, it's alright. Nothing lasts forever. Yeah, one day I will fall, can't deny. But I know you will live. Wanna live my life like yesterday. Never falling down, never falling down. In the clouds it's day every day. Never coming down, never coming down.
Ooh, the abrupt end there too. Okay, so that was like kind of fascinating too, right? Like I think that ties into what we were thinking about before at the end of Love, right? Like they were talking there specifically about the pain and tears and struggle that they go through as idols and what they can show and what they can't show, right? Like showing that tears and sadness is something that they haven't been able to show off before because it just like it's not part of the image that they're trying to sell, right, as idols. And it's interesting to think about the concept here being like, I wish I could go back to that time where I felt like everything was pretty carefree, right? The idea of like, I thought fame and all of this would bring me happiness and that I would be happy and never feel bad again. But the truth is that everything comes with its life, with its ups and downs, and that I still experience pain and I still experience hardship. And it's like fame and power and money bring a different set of problems to the table. Interesting. It's like, it's really, really cool. Right? Like, I think this honesty and raw transparency and being vulnerable with the audience is tremendously cool. Yeah, man. And I can kind of see too what they're saying about this story being about like this album being a story in reverse, right? Like everything seems to be leading up to that point where they, with the breakup and then realizing their self-love and then making a statement about who they are and stripping themselves bare, but chiding everyone who thought who were expecting something different, right? Like, I feel like we're making our journey backwards towards, like, not just the start of the relationship potentially, but the start of their career almost, right? Like, I feel like this in reverse could be and we'll see if I'm wrong, could be an analogy for the trajectory of their career as well. And some of this pain and heartbreak that they're dealing with has to do with the stuff that they dealt with during the Tomboy era and Sujin leaving. And, well, I guess that was technically between Burn and I Burn and I Never Die. But, like, I think there's just some level of, like, hey, I'm so tired of putting up this mask and saying that I'm happy when I'm not. And shame on you for making me do that. Because honesty and transparency and the real me is pretty and I love it. And, like, I think other people love it too. So, man, kudos. All right, next up we've got the Changed live clip. And oh my goodness, Minnie's voice on this track. Oh. Oh, they switched drivers. This wasn't Uki driving before? Oh, Uki is with Minnie and Mion, and Shua and Soyeon are in a different car. Got it.
seems to be enough when the truth is not that beautiful. Tears and pain are things that never show. No one knows, no one knows, no one knows that I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Wanna live my life like yesterday. Never feeling down.
And the kick and snare with this too.
And the clouds just stay there every day. Never coming down. Never coming down. Life has ups and downs. It's alright. Nothing lasts forever. Yeah, one day I will fall. Can't deny. But I know you won't live. Wanna live my life like yesterday. Never falling down. Never falling down. And the clouds just stay there every day. Never coming down. Never coming down.
I think also there's some level of like questioning too in here, that like when they feel like there will be an end to this at some point, they will fall down, they will get to a point where they are in pain and in trouble. They're wondering if that person, or maybe in this case Neverland, will be there still to say it's okay, and support them. And it feels like a really vulnerable what's the word? It's not like a request or a pleading for that to happen, but a putting it out there, like, is this going to happen? Right? Like, if I do have this kind of situation, would you still be there for me? And I think in the sense of the story, going in reverse, we find out that no, that person isn't there, and like they become disillusioned and the breakup happens, and then they find their self-love. So like, I think it's interesting that the song both works as a dissection of their own personal feelings and as part of a larger storyline going in reverse throughout the album. Man, I'm sorry if I'm like going to have large chunks of space in between these songs of discussion, but like this album, more than any other that we've done by I-dle, from a concept perspective, just like gets the gears spinning in my brain. Okay, next up we have a song called Reset.
그만하자 그 말이 다야 어쩜 넌 끝까지 못 가니.
Ooh, now we got like an acoustic vibe.
차라리 잘 됐다고 너 같은 놈에게서 난 때는 아까웠어. 못 만난 친구.
Okay, so this is the breakup then.
날 위한 선물도 사봐. 생각보다 혼자도 괜찮은 것 같아. 거울 속에 말해보지 마.
Convincing yourself, yeah. Man.
Reset my phone. 아꼈던 사진도 5년의 시간도.
This one sounds like it might be an Uki production.
속에서만은 결국 네 친구들과 여전하게 뭣도 없는 그 프로필도 역겨워. 가끔 술자리도 나가. 나 좋다. 쏟아지던 바다 삶이 잠겼던 날 숨이 멎은 채 하루를 살아가 몰아치는 바람 맘이 잠겼던 날 언제쯤 이 험한 날이 끝나 다시 할 수가 있을까 나도 너가 싫어졌어 절대 들키지 않을 이 거짓말 그래 아니야 그치만 바보도 아니야 원래 솔직한 거 알잖아 떠나가지 마라 꼭 삼켰던 말 아직 벅차게 좋아한단 말야 돌아오지 않아 꼭 참아야 해
Even though they don't like this person, for what they did, they don't want them to leave because they're afraid that the reset is difficult. And there's like, they swallowed those words because they still, you know, couldn't abide by what happened, but like the feeling remains. Oof. Also, like that feeling of like, it's better by myself, and saying those words to the mirror almost as a self-reassurance, but saying like it not necessarily being something that they believe yet, until that feeling grows in to the point of love, right? Like, oh, and oh my goodness, what a gorgeous production with the acoustic guitar and the build until we hit Mion's chorus like line. That drop at the chorus when Mion comes in is just stunning. Oh boy. What a great album. Also Minnie's voice, also everybody's voice on this one. And there may have never been a truer line spoken than Shua saying there are many men who are interested in me. Because she would be very, very right. Okay, reset, live clip. Ooh, encore song? Oh. Sure.
바보도 아니야 원래 솔직한 거 알잖아 떠나가지 마라 꼭 삼켰던 말
Ooh, Minnie's head voice, man. Oh.
돌아오지 않아 꼭 참아야 해 나도 언젠간 너처럼 다른 사랑할 수가 있을까
Gorgeous song. Gorgeous song. All right, before we get into sculpture real quick. Yeah, I think this is just a fantastic top to bottom song. Maybe my favorite on the album so far, although Love is very close. Oof. Okay. If I don't keep going, this album reaction is going to be like 2 hours long. So, sculpture.
I wanna be 그 작품이 다들 미쳤다지 뭘 이미 you are my artist whatever 내가 잘할게 짧은 머리도 두 번 다시는 안 할게 말했잖아 그 친구는 절대 나쁜 애는 아닌데 그래 싫다면 오늘부터 그냥 안 만날게 의심 안 해 놀다 보면 연락 어렵잖아 밤에 어제 늦게 자서 피곤하겠다 오늘은 좀 쉴래? 신기하지 내가 원래 좀 착해 이거 봐봐 내가 네
오.
말과 네 모든 것에 맞춰 그려질 테니까 나 미치게 사랑받고 싶어 너의 조각품이 되어도 그건 내가 깎여지는 그 고통쯤 It's okay Your sculpture
Oh, this is like kind of really detailing the toxic nature of that relationship that they were in. Sacrificing their selves essentially to fit into the idea of this relationship.
나도 주목하지 After we part 웃으며 들쓸 때 조이겠지 그래 봐봐 내가 네 말과 네 모든 것에 맞춰 그려지고 있어 나 미치게 사랑받고 싶어 너의 조각품이 되어도 그깟 내가 깎여지는 그 고통쯤 It's okay Your sculpture Your sculpture Your sculpture Your sculpture 난 행복한 게 맞아 아니 행복이 맞아
Having to convince themselves that they really are happy.
행복한 거겠지 깎여버린 온몸에 금이 가도 그래 널 잊는 것보다 날 잊는 게 쉬울 것 같아
Oh. It's easier for them to lose their sense of self than lose the relationship. Ugh. Okay. I do wonder, right? Like how much of this is talking about a relationship in specific and how much of it is talking about the industry, right? Like this idea of being loved by like fans and by the global fans and by just people in general and being torn down to lose themselves to fit an image that suits the industry well versus the individual relationship and this toxic relationship that is kind of going through this album in reverse. But like this hit hard immediately from the opening lines of like this idea of this willingness to sacrifice who you are for your partner. It's like, is it really love if you have to do that? If the person doesn't just accept the you that you are, right? Like there is some level of changing once you get into a relationship. Your habits change, things compromise to fit each other better, but usually that's as a result of like coming to understand the other person, making a decision with their thoughts in mind or their preferences in mind and their things to kind of work together as a unit rather than succumbing to the ideas of an artist sculpting another person into their perfect vision of who they want them to be, right? Like that's way more toxic. That's not accepting who your partner is. That's like wishing they were someone else and trying to mold to that person. Interesting stuff, man. This album is just going to be one that I have to like sit with and think about and ramble on about. But next up, we have the final track on the album, Dark or X-File. Let's go.
Baby, why are you down? Wanna take a puff from my joint?
Excuse me?
Yeah, fire shot. 고개 잠겨진 밤 보는 데 위에 삼켜진 밤이 침묵 부린 그림자 왼손 마냥 서로 멍청아 점점 더 걷잡을 수 없이 짙어져 Kill the truth Me and you 무엇도 끝낼 수 없어 흔적 찾아 남기면 안 될 살 파괴해야 하는 the X-file 절대 찾지 못하게 감춰 놔 더러운 사랑의 색깔 dark
So this is the inciting incident that caused the breakup, right? They're talking about their lover who had this other relationship.
for you Kiss me
Like they're cheating it.
가끔 그런 생각을 해 그냥 좀 나쁘면 안 될까 사람은 착하면 아픈데 차라리 나쁘면 안 될까 근데 넌 나쁜 건 싫은 거잖아 맞아 잃는 게 쉽지 않지 난 잊는 게 더 어려운데 점점 더 걷잡을 수 없이 짙어져 Kill the truth You have to 무엇도 끝낼 수 없어 왼쪽조차 넘기면 안 될 사이 파괴해야 하는 the X-file 그게 넌 어디든지 알잖아 더러운 세상 유일한 lie Bye Dark 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 Dark
Okay. So my understanding here, and kind of correct me if I'm wrong, because I think this one's a little tougher to pull apart, is that they are singing from the perspective of both the lover and the person that was cheating with them, and then also themselves, right? Like I think there are three different parts in the storyline here in this song. And the idea is they're talking about essentially the dirty secrets of this partner and the person that they cheated on I-dle with, and hiding that evidence. And there's some level of like this person saying, hey, come to the dark, you know, there's only so much light in the world, and like everything is corrupt and dirty anyway, and there's all this awful stuff going on beneath the surface, and you might as well just enjoy it anyway, and that everything we had is fake, and it's just an illusion, or this X-file of all this stuff that I've done that's hidden underneath the surface. And meanwhile, they're saying like, it's not so easy for me to forget how to be good, right? Like, and there's this this idea that like, I don't want to go down that path. And the resulting friction between the two different ideologies here is what caused the start of the rupture in the relationship. Obviously, the inciting incident being the cheating and the like the awful toxic behavior by the other partner. But yeah, oh my goodness, man, this album, oof, so cool. And this had a really interesting vibe to it. It just it was dark musically to go along with a very dark concept. Especially was surprised by the marijuana reference in the intro and the first line or two. Was super shocked by that, considering how conservative South Korea is around marijuana in particular. I wonder if there was any lash out about that in reactions to the song, or if it was hinted at, or if it was treated positively because it is viewed here in a negative light, like it is part of their dirty secret that this other person had that ruined the relationship, that this person was dark and did bad things because and tried to hide it, this X-file. I don't know, but that caught me off guard. Anyway, let's watch the X-file video, the official video. Ooh, going for a really dark concept here.
Kill the truth, me and you. 그무엇도 끝낼 수 없어. 왼쪽조차 넘기면 안 될 사이.
Ooh.
For you, kiss me.
Don't you know it's a show anyway?
Yeah. 가끔 그런 생각을 해. 그냥 좀 나쁘면 안 될까? 사람은 착하면 아픈데 차라리 나쁘면 안 될까? 근데 넌 나쁜 건 싫은 거잖아. 맞아 읽는 게 쉽지 않지. 난 읽는 게 더 어려운데.
Interesting, right? Showing off kind of this almost hedonistic side of them to illustrate what that dark side is. I do want to quickly go back and see if we can see what was on the cell phone screen that she was reading that had something to say about I-dle is, and I don't remember. I couldn't get a quick enough glimpse at what it actually said. So let's see if we can find that. Is it like somewhere back around here? There's the phone. There it is. Okay, I-dle are on the edge. We're continuing on the road of success like this, are now at the center of a huge rumor. Stylized in all caps is a South Korean group formed by the Cube Entertainment, blah, blah, blah. Are they being forgotten? Interesting, right? Okay, so this kind of itself, right, like makes me think that a lot of this album isn't just about the relationship, but is in itself about the industry. And because they're in their 5th year, because they're going further forward, like how much of this is about this constant need for the new thing in K-pop, right? Like how much of this is like this ever-moving treadmill to find the next young thing, next new thing, next, sensation that way. And the insecurity and the fakeness and all of that sort of stuff that goes along with the industry. Cool stuff, man. Like, again, I think this album, more than any other one that we've listened to on the channel, I am really interested to know what you guys think about the album, what you guys think about the concepts that are presented here. How much of this is a discussion about the industry? How much of this is a discussion about relationships? How much of this is a discussion about I-dle themselves? I think it's a mixture of all three, right? And I think as long as we are civil and can have some really good conversation in the comments, which I am not worried about because you guys are awesome. I think that's going to do it for us. This video is going to be really, really long. Sorry about that. But till next time, love you. Bye.